Ooh, tough one over the weekend for so many of those kickers. So did Baltimore win this or did any lose it?
Baltimore won it. Skip, for the last 2 weeks, what we've seen is teams try to neutralize Lamar Jackson's legs. They say, you know what, Lamar, we're not going to let you and this Ravens offense run wild. If you can throw them to a victory, walk to the middle of the field, say, great job, young man. Hey, hopefully we'll see you down the road. But that was a heck of a performance. He did that in Denver, Skip. Remember, it took the last play to get 8 yards in order for them to go over 100. But he threw for 316. So that was a game that they didn't win it with his legs. They won it with his arms. Clearly, the Colts came in last night and said, we believe last week was an aberration. We don't believe you could do it again. We're going to shut down the run. Lamar says, okay, you don't believe I can throw my team to a victory? Have it this. Skip, the first quarterback to complete 85% of his passes in a 400-yard game. The first quarterback with 400 yards passing, 50 yards rushing, no INTs, and 4 TDs. The highest completion percentage in a 40-pass game. Lamar Jackson did that. Now, I just knew Drew Brees was going to have this record, Skip, because we know Drew Brees has the highest completion percentage. And so I was just thinking, ain't no way somebody got a higher completion percentage in a 400-yard game than Drew Brees. And lo and behold, the guy that many wanted to switch positions, play running back, play wide receiver, did that. Also, I'm glad that Greg Roman gets to keep his job because it seems when Lamar struggles, everybody wants to get rid of Greg Roman. But I said this before, Skip, if he can just get incrementally better, Skip, he does not need to be Tom Brady because he possesses something that Tom doesn't have, which is legs. But if he can just get incrementally better, what we saw last night, Skip, he only had one bad throw. That was the touchdown that he missed to Hollywood Brown in the end zone early in the ball game. Other than that,
I'm going to get to that one in a second.
Skip, but other than that, everything was spot on. He was hitting guys between the letters. Guys stick their hands out. He was handing it to him. It's hard for me to say. I watched him in college. It's hard for me to say he had a better game in which he played than what he played last night, Skip. 442 yards. Guess who had the most passing yards in the season, Skip? It's not your guy.
Who?
It's that guy in the purple and black. L. Jack.
Who is my guy?
You know who your guy is.
I don't know.
The guy he got the 2 most passing yard game this season.
Oh, I thought you meant Dak Prescott.
No. Oh, no, you got 2 guys. You got a bunch of guys.
I got the right guys.
But L. Jack went for 442, Skip.
And by the way, just point of order, you have been somewhat critical of him. He has to be more consistent throwing the football. Okay.
Was that not consistent?
I don't know how you can get much more consistent. You can't get any better than that.
Skip, they won this because Carson Wentz played as well as he's played at any point in time in his career. And
he had his moments.
And you're going to say, well,
it helps when you throw an early swing pass that Jonathan Taylor just takes 76 yards.
Yeah. And Skip, the field goal. Calais Campbell blocked one, and it's hard. I don't think anybody has blocked more field goals in PATs than Calais Campbell.
What is it, 6'8"?
6'8". And the reason why the guy hooked it, he was about to block the other one. Had he not hooked it, and he knew that. So that's why he hooked it, because Calais was going to block that one too. Skip, the Ravens won this one. Lamar Jackson was sensational. And after you go, I'm going to show because Davon Young almost cost him the game. And a little
with the shove.
With the shove, Skip. But after you, I'm going to show you how I would have handled that situation.
Okay. I can't tell you how impressed I was with Lamar Jackson.
He was sensational, Skip.
Because he got off to a rocky start, as did his team.
Yes.
His team was not ready to play that game because they thought they had it.
I thought they underestimated too.
Home, we are going to roll. And all of a sudden, when you least expected it, Carson, your former guy, Carson.
Oh, walking to him. He was walking it to him last night.
He flipped it to him. and Jonathan Taylor gets loose. Flip it to him, wins. And he gets loose, and all of a sudden it's 7-0, and it seemed like the Ravens got knocked back on their heels, and it took them 3 quarters to recover on defense because they were just getting gashed.
They were
gashed by running plays where I'd say, what are you guys doing? Where are you tonight? And then Lamar had the fumble down near the goal line. And it wasn't Lamar.
Yes.
And yet they kept showing him sitting on the bench, and he looked unflappable.
Right.
Usually a quarterback in that situation might be hanging his head a little bit. He was just sort of like looking around like, next, we still got game to go here. Just give me the ball back and we'll get going.
Right.
So back to Jenny's question. Well, obviously, the Colts had to lose it before Lamar had the opportunity to win it. And the way they lost it was They said Blankenship, the kicker from Georgia, they said he hurt his hip in the pregame. I don't know what was going on. It got so bad they had to send in the punter to try a field goal, and he gagged it. And yet Marlon Humphrey jumped off sides, which was another part and parcel. The Ravens just weren't mentally into the game. And they get another opportunity from 5 yards closer, and then it's 37. And weirdly, they send Blankenship into the game, and he made it. Okay, but these games, all these close games, come down to place kicking. I hate place kicking.
This weekend,
I told you, I hate it. I don't like anything about it. It's so gimmicky, and little guys who kick soccer style are sent onto the field to decide a battle between great football players when that little guy doesn't even belong on the field. He can't play football the way you played football, right?
Yeah.
And we got these weird gimmicky uprights, so you have to boot the ball up through the upright or left or right if it's going to miss. So it comes down to, if we could just see what Blankenship did, so it comes down to a missed extra point. That was a huge missed extra point, right? If we could see his blunders. And finally, we get the miss at the end. And I agree with you. I think he was gun shy.
Look at Calais.
He jumped and he snap hooked it. And if he makes that, it's from 47. Well, it's very makeable. Well, then Lamar's not going to get a chance to be Lamar, right?
He only has a timeout in what, like 30 seconds? If he has that?
Okay. So back to Lamar. I look at these numbers. I'm not sure I've ever seen one man dominate a game the way he dominated.
He took it over.
Because look, he rushes for 62 of their 86 yards. So he's by far their leading rusher. And then he throws, obviously he got overtime also, but he throws for 442.
That's a Ravens record.
That's 504 combined yards. It's extraordinary. And then to your point, what's the percentage? 86%?
85%.
Okay. And it started with a throw to Hollywood that you mentioned. And if we could see this, I didn't think it was a terrible pass. I thought Hollywood Brown had a chance to make this catch. It would have been a really good one, but I thought it was barely catchable. He just didn't make this isn't his route. This isn't what he does. I just thought there was a chance he could get there on that one. I didn't think it was a complete, like, sometimes Wentz will just throw wild high and it'll go like 5 yards over there. Well, that wasn't completely off target.
Maybe that's a throw, Skip. You throw to the back pylon, let him run up under.
A little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, but
that's a difficult throw that he was trying to make there.
It was, but it was just a little touch off. And I'm sure as soon as that happened and it looked like the whole game was going south for the Ravens, I figured, well, Twitter's going to be all over him. He can't throw. He can't throw. And then magic happened. And what I love the most about Lamar Jackson, I've told you this 100 times, he has got a competitive backbone in him, unlike any in this league, as far as, I know there's Tom Brady, he's sort of up here in this other echelon, and he's done it so many times. But listen, when it's time, you just see that look in his eye, as we saw against Kansas City in the big stage
AFC
night
game.
Well, no, I mean even I'm talking about Lamar against Kansas
Lamar,
City
okay,
where you just see the look in his eye. He's just not going to be denied. And he doesn't ever doubt himself. He just keeps on keeping on. And once he got in rhythm, and it started with, ironically, the bomb to Hollywood, and I couldn't believe that the Colts would give this up. But
they running out of DB, Skip.
Okay, so remember, to frame this, if we could see the throw to Hollywood, this was sweet. And don't tell me, this is the one where you say, he can't throw? Seriously?
This is what we call a sluggo route. This is a slant and go.
Slant and go. And that's just a thing of beauty. That is
Lamar, Skip, look at him hold it. He holds the safety, looking to his left, like, oh, Hollywood open.
I got
Bam.
you. I got you. And he hit him right on the button.
Money.
It was money. And from there on, he isn't a dart thrower. He's a dart flicker. He just flicks it. It's effortless.
Yeah, it is.
Like I say, he makes it look so easy. And he loves Mark Andrews, who's really good as a zone beater. Because Mark Andrews sort of gets that
big body guy. He can run better than you think, Skip, but he has a great relationship with Lamar, and every hole he finds it. And the thing is, the Colts defense got tired, so now they can't get any rush, Skip, and Lamar he's just picking them up. He's like,
bing, bing, bing,
okay,
bing. I'll try you,
and that's what happens.
Okay, and yet, to be fair about this, the Colts lost both starting corners, including Xavier Rhodes, who's pretty good.
Yep.
And then they lost starting safety. So they were down three-fourths of their starting backfield.
Right.
And by the fourth quarter and overtime, it was not a fair fight
Exactly.
anymore.
That's what you do. You take
And the rush was worn out, down and out.
Yeah.
Where they were so worn out trying to contain him to
Right,
start with.
because mentally you skip. You can't run past him.
No.
Make sure once you get even with him, level off. Do not run up the field and give him a window to jump out of because he's going to be gone because we got everybody selling back in these zones. So mentally, it's a grind, Skip. I got to pass right. Dang, there you go right there. Let me start leveling off. And so now, here in the fourth quarter, you're down 3 guys. Your 2 starting corners, your safety. So now you got the backup to the backup in the ball game. Lamar said, yeah, let me go and do some work on you guys. Hollywood, Mark Andrews, let's go.
Okay. So
And he lost, remember though, but he lost Sammy Watkins early.
he lost Sammy Watkins, who got stung.
Yeah, how he hurt his hamstring on that one, I don't know, Skip.
I don't know, but it was just a 2-man show as far as his receivers. It's just Mark Andrews and
Hollywood.
Marquise Brown.
Right.
Okay. So go with your play because this was a big play late that looked like had lost the game for the Ravens.
Can we get the Davon Young play first? Because on Twitter they asked me if something like this had happened to me, what would I have done? Would you have let it go? Yeah, I'll let it go. I'm going to let it go. I mean, Jack Doyle, that was a Bush League move. But come on, you can't do that. He baited you. You got him, Skip. It's 30. It's about to be 3rd and 24.
Yep.
You got him. You got him. Why you do that? Don't do that. Don't let him off the hook. And Skip, I said, yeah, a guy cheap shot at me. Skip, this is what I did. This was a Monday night in 2001. A guy at Perry Phoenix. Watch what I do to 35. Look at it. Watch what I do to him. That's how I got him back. He hit me in my knee early in the game, and I told him, I said, I'm going to get your ass back. That's how you get him back.
Who's 87?
Kadri Ismail. I motioned. I said, come on, Q, bring him to me. I'm motioning Q. Yes, I'll get you back. You want to be dirty? That's how you do it.
That was kind of a cheap shot.
You know, no.
Sharpe.
His cheap shot was he hit me in my knee. I said, I'm going to get your ass back in the game before the game's over.
Yep.
And sure enough, I'm motioning Q, come on, Q. And Q saw me at the corner of his eye. He brought him to me. I blessed him.
And you got him good?
I got him good.
Did he get up?
He looking around. I was standing on the sideline, flexing, doing my thing. I told you this day of reckoning coming. You're going to have to atone for your sins here or the afterlife. So I made him pay do it right then and there.
So Doyle will pay at some point?
Oh, see, they asked me what I would have done. I got his teammate. If I don't get him, I'm going to get his teammate, but I'm going to make it look like a play. Now, see, you can't crack back now, Skip. It's illegal to block behind the play. So, but I get him back because you know how running backs, if they're not in the play, they like to loaf off the line. I blast him. Now, man, what's up, Sharpe? No. That's for your boy had did something to my boy. So I'm sorry, you get collateral damage, bruh. But I'd have got him back. I would have did it right there to death, Skip. But I'd have got him back. I'd have got him or somebody back. But Perry Phoenix, the one that 35, he hit me in my knee on a low blow. I said, I'm gonna get you back. Come on, Q, bring him to me, please.
Did he want to see you at the bus or anything?
He didn't want to see nothing.
No?
He didn't want to see nothing. He didn't want to see the bus in the game at no point in time. That's why he cheap shot at me. But that's okay. I said, that's okay. All the guys, Skip, that's what you do. I played long enough. I know how to get you back and make it look like I'm actually trying to do something. Man, that was a great block. Nah. I got to do it in San Diego the same way. He head slapped me. Don't worry about it. Guess what I did? He came on a rush. Out the rest of the game.
That was a Hall of Fame play by Shannon Sharpe.
I'm going to get Skip. You're not going to get the best of me and think you're going to cheap shot me and get away with it? In what life? No, I can't do that, Skip. I can't let you get away with that. Okay. Because then everybody going to be watching the tape like, yeah, we could do that to Sharpe too. No, you can't. No, you can't.
No, I don't know about that. I don't think so at all.
No, you can't.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.